Hi guys, welcome to Tarot of Dreams. This is going to be Taurus's Spring Equinox reading. This reading will show you what the Spring Equinox has opened up for you and what Spring's got to offer for you as well. So hopefully you should get some answers and some clarification for what you need clarifying today. But thank you very much for joining me, and I hope this reading helps. So we'll get right into that for you. I'm just going to leave that one there. So, Spirit, can we have some cards for the lovely Tauruses that are out there watching at the moment? Oh, there we go. I dropped a few too, so just bear with me a second. Oh, there we go. So what have we got here? So we've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the Seven of Wands, you've got the Page of Wands, and you've also got the King of Swords. Okay, so at the moment the feeling that I'm getting off this deck, of this set of cards, is that spring is literally going to be a time that you're coming into your power. Anything that you want to do, I do feel like you're going to achieve. If it be in romance, in work, in home life, I do feel like that anything that you set your mind to at this moment in time is going to come right. With the Queen of Cups, you may be starting to feel a little bit more homely. You might be starting to feel a little bit more nurturing towards yourself and other people. This is going to open up a new avenue for you within yourself and how you feel very centered, which is obviously where the Seven of Wands is coming in. It's all about centering yourself and actually taking the time to realize, where your next step is going to be. I do think that spring is going to open up probably new avenues for you. Obviously, I'll take some more cards and we'll see where we're going from there. But to look at your cards, I do see with the Page of Wands as well that obviously you're going to start achieving the things that you're wanting to achieve. Now, the King of Swords, I do feel like that maybe somebody is if you're looking for romance at this moment in time, or you have a partner who is very King of Swordsy. So when I say that, they're very mature, they're very driven, they're very very focused. I think that's going to have a massive impact on you. You could be the King of Swords and obviously know somebody with the Queen of Cups, or these two could be combining in yourself. So you might be more like the King of Swords, and then you might be opening up more towards the Queen of Wands, which is being more water minded. So basically you're more passionate, you're more caring. Not that Tauruses aren't passionate at all, because you are, but it's a more earth. It's not an earthy sign. I want to say earthy sign, but it's not. That's not what I mean. It's more a mothering, nurturing type of energy. It's that feeling of completeness, of feeling grounded of where you are. Obviously, water might be important. You might find yourself that you're quite drawn to water in spring. If you obviously live by the seaside, or you live by a river or a brook or a lake, you might find yourself that you're more drawn to that because it'll help you clear out negative energies. It will help clear your mind. It'll help you in that respect, which is obviously where the Seven of Wands comes in, which is meditation's really important. If you're finalizing a project, then maybe the Seven of Wands is to help you find out where you want to go in the next step. But make sure that you celebrate. If you are finalizing a project in your life right now, or you are getting to that point of where there's something happening at your end that's been ending that you want to celebrate, make sure you do celebrate that. Make sure that you do enjoy that, because sometimes we don't enjoy our achievements, and this is obviously wanting you to enjoy your achievements that are going to come, have come to you, or will be coming to you in spring. So just make sure that you enjoy that. And the King of Swords is obviously being the direction and being the driven person that you are, and know which direction you want to go into. So I'm just going to pull you some more cards and see where else we're going for now, and see if we can get some more clarification on these. So we've So we've got the King of Cups as well. So you've got the Queen and King of Cups. So that's interesting. You've also got the Seven of Cups. You've got Temperance. And I just want one more. Right, you have to take the 2. And then you've got the Fool. And you've also got the King of Wands. Wow. All the well, not all the kings, but most of them. Flip neck. Which is where maybe the Seven of Cups comes into, because you've got choices. Okay, right. So let's get the obvious out of the way first, shall we? If you are looking for romance in spring, if you have got to that point where you are the Queen of Cups and you are ready now to open yourself up to other people, I do see quite a lot of interesting parties. With the Seven of Cups, this can mean that you're going to have options. So choose wisely, choose what you feel is right for you. Choose somebody that brings balance into your life, but also makes you feel free. It's obviously your decision, your gut. You trust your gut on that, and you follow basically what your gut is saying. This could also mean that these 3 people, you might find that they are in your friends group, that they're going to help you on your next step, because at the moment maybe you're feeling a little bit more overwhelmed about the ideas of what you want to do. Maybe you've got quite a few plans for yourself and you're not really sure which way to turn. So if you've got a friend group of obviously who is like obviously the King of Cups or the King of Wands or the King of Swords. So the King of Cups is always like the more romantic side of person, with the Queen of Cups that, you know, they're obviously a little bit more spiritual, probably. They're a little bit more drawn to water. They're a little bit more open-minded, shall we say. And obviously the King of Wands is very much of a very fire sign kind of character. He is very well driven. He works really, really hard. He is like hunter-gatherer, as we say. So if you have a friend group of people that are in your like obviously in your friend group, or even in your work orientation, or in any respect, there could be these kind of characters that are literally going to help you make the decisions that you need to make, that's going to bring the balance back into your life, and obviously give you the strength and the courage to be able to follow through onto the next step, because obviously the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, obviously going into the direction that you want to go into, and not be worried about fear, or, you know, obviously not succeeding. So take that as that resonates. Obviously, depending on what you're here for this reading for, if you're here for romance, then obviously I do see quite a lot of options coming to you that will bring you balance. So if you are looking for love, you've done the hard work, you've done the work on yourself, you're now starting to feel like this confident person standing before you, and obviously this is then going to attract these people into your circle, and then obviously then you need to make the decisions on how you want to proceed to bring balance and security and temperance basically back into your life, and feeling that you know, obviously that feeling of completeness. Not that you need a person to complete you, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. And obviously with the Fool, it's just don't worry about it. There is no negativeness in the cards at all. It's just making sure that you make the right decision for you with the Seven of Cups, and making sure that you're on the right track for yourself. If it's to do with work, then obviously I do feel like you're going to have ideas, or you're going to have options, and you're not really sure which way to turn. So maybe actually look at your soul tribe and see where you're wanting to end up. Ask for advice. Don't ever be afraid to ask for advice, because asking for advice can help, because sometimes people can see things that we can't see because we're too closed off and we're too in that situation at that time. So it's nice to have somebody else's perspective. So make sure that you use the people that you trust, not in a bad way, but, you know, ask their advice and see where you want to go from there, and see how that progresses for you. Because I think some of them will have some good ideas, and it will give you this idea of which way you want to choose and what you want to choose. and then that will bring this into your perspective, sort of thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for us and see where we go from here, and see what messages they've got for you, Tauruses. Take that one. And that one there. Oh, yeah, you go, you see. So yeah, so you've got healing. So I do feel like for this beginning of this of spring that you're actually in the process of healing, or you're doing your healing, which is obviously quite a nice card to go with the Queen of Cups as well, because that's all about healing. Like obviously a lot of people believe that water has healing elements, so it's that healing. So I do feel at the beginning of maybe the swing, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you who are not really at this point yet, that you're doing your healing right now, and this is what you're meant to be doing. This is how you're supposed to be going into spring. And then obviously you've got the Courage card as well, which is obviously trust in yourself, and trust with the Fool as well. Have the courage to take those steps forward that you need, either if it's a relationship or in work. It's taking that courage and knowing that you can take that next step and do that next thing that you need to do for yourself, and not letting fear hold you back, because you've got this. It's that you've got a lot of support around you, which is lovely to see. I see quite a lot of support for you, and that's going to give you the courage to then progress to the next level, of to the next, I always call it a next chapter. So it's the next step in your chapter of what you're wanting to do and where you're wanting to be, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to pull some astro cards for you as well. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got opposition, so imbalance, a point of tension, a power struggle. So that's what maybe you've been going through, and that's maybe what you've needing to heal from. I'm getting that from Spirit. So you're actually needing to heal from the opposition that's been, I'm seeing like blocks being put in front of you. It's a very much like you've gone through one wall and then you're hitting another, and then you're hitting another. Those will start to disintegrate. You are going to find yourself being able to move past these walls without them being a hindrance to you. So the blocks that you're actually feeling, as long as you're not putting the blocks on yourself, actually I want another one of those, then the other blocks from other people are going to stop, because you're not going to put up with it anymore, because you're going to have the courage to say no and move on from that. Yeah, so you've got Mars, which is move forward and defend self. So yeah, move in the direction that you need to go in. Move in the direction with confidence. Move in the direction with confidence, as I'm seeing as the bull. So if a bull wants to go somewhere, it's gonna go in that direction, and that's what you need to take on board. You need to take that. No one can tell you what you can and can't do. As long as you are happy in the direction that you are going in, and like I said, if you are unsure of the direction that you need to go into, then use the people around you and use the tools around you to know that you know, but move yourself into the directions. Get rid of the blocks, get rid of the boundaries that people have been putting on you, or you've been putting on yourself, or the stop gaps that you need to from getting from A to B. Roadblocks, I'm seeing like kind of roadblocks. You're wanting to move into one direction, and all you're seeing at the moment is roadblocks. But you can move forward. You just need to get rid of those roadblocks. That could mean you getting rid of toxic people in your life. It could mean in trying to change direction in the way that you want to tackle something. It's how you perceive this in yourself right now. But just know that you can move forward, and you will move forward. So yeah, because you've got the sixth house, which is establish a foundation, health, daily life, practice, details. So yeah, so basically it means that you're establishing yourself in the way that you want to be established. So you want people to see you how you really are. So that can be, like I say, that can be in a work environment, that can be in a relationship environment, but you're wanting people to see the real you now. This is what I'm hearing. You're wanting people to see the real you and to move into the direction that you need to go into. So this is how you're going to do it. As long as you keep moving forward, that's what I'm getting. As long as you keep moving forward, then there should be no issue with this whatsoever. As long as you are happy and safe and secure, then I don't see you having an issue. Even in relationships, as long as you are happy in the direction that you're going into, if it's a new relationship or an old relationship, as long as you're happy going in the direction that you're going into, then you should have no worries. If you are not happy and you feel like you're being blocked from every direction, then maybe it's time to actually take a step back, look at the situation, and then maybe find a different way forward. But as long as you're moving forward and not back, then you are going to be successful. You're going to get to the things that you need to do. But you need to have the courage and just the courage, and actually the fool's, I want to say blind look, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's that blind faith, I think. Sometimes it's like when we step off that cliff, just to know that this is the direction that we need to go into. So I always see, like, I am seeing this is like you are literally going to step off the cliff, and you know you're going to be okay because you have done everything that you needed to do before you got to that point. And it's just like stepping off that cliff and being able to have the faith that this is where you're supposed to be, and know that you have all the tools in your arsenal to be able to do this, which is empowering in a way, and it's wonderful to see. So I'm just going to take some Affairs of the Heart cards to see what else we've got in store. Ooh, sorry. So yeah, we've got clarity, which is obviously going into healing. So clearing the mind and meditate. So make sure that you're looking after yourself. Self-healing is really important, especially if you're trying to sort out where your life's going at this moment in time. Sometimes meditation can help. Sometimes just going for a wander. It helps clear out the cobwebs, and it helps you to get on a clearer line of where you want to go, because sometimes we can confuse ourselves because we keep going round and round and round in circles, and then we just start spiraling, so then it can become like a massive issue. So just make sure that you're doing things that not only, obviously looking towards the future and trying to help yourself into the next direction that you want to go into, then obviously, make sure that you're just going out and enjoying yourself. If you're going out into nature, just clearing the mind, getting some fresh air, reading a book, doing the things that you find are relaxing. So you need to relax. There we go. Sorry. See, relax. You need to relax. So there we go. That's clarification on that one. Tauruses, you all need to relax a little bit more. Go for it. I'm hearing go for a spa day from Spirit. Yeah, there's somebody, there are people watching you at the moment, so somebody might be wondering what you're up to. They might be interested in, obviously, if it's romance that you're looking for at this moment in time, they might be looking at your socials and thinking, right, what you're up to, and maybe wanting to make a move into coming a step forward. Dreams at the moment are important. So if you're having quite vivid dreams at the moment, they might be messages. So if you wake up and you remember a dream, and there are symbols in there, maybe have a look up and see what those symbols are and see what it's trying to tell you. Now you have got the conflict card, but I do feel like that's more about you, but you could be actually in conflict with somebody at the moment. So if you are, I apologise. But it's sometimes we have that internal struggle that we're trying to move past, which is where the clarity and the relax come from. And also the Queen of Cups, sorry. It's clearing out the noise, and it's clearing out the mess that we've got going on, because we're so concentrating on such other things that we start to have an internal conflict. And I'm hearing that thing of doubt of can I do this? Yes, you can. You can do this. You're going to be fine. It's going to work out. Just have the courage and the confidence in yourself, and you'll be grand. And music's going to be important too. So obviously, if you're listening to a song and it triggers off something in yourself, just take a note of what that song is and what it's trying to say to you. Because obviously, if you're getting help from spirit, dreams, and obviously music is a wonderful way for them to actually contact you through that and give you some help and support and some direction if you're needing a bit of direction or needing, going into that the way that the universe is kind of wanting you to go. I know that sounds really silly, but if you understand what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is that as long as you are moving forward and you are not moving backwards, then you will be everything that you're wanting at this moment in time for spring. I do see it starting to form, and you're going to start forming, and you're going to start noticing it. I do think that maybe in about 6 or 7 weeks, probably 6 or 7 weeks, you're going to start to notice a difference, probably in yourself and around you as well. So I am seeing, because I am seeing that number, and I do feel like obviously then things are going to start moving in the correct direction. But you've just got to make sure that you're working on yourself, as you should do, like we all do, we should do, and obviously making sure that you're moving into the right direction, making sure that it's you and you feel at balance and at peace at the directions and the direction that you're going into, and the decisions that you're making are the right ones for you and for nobody else. Definitely see for yourself. You're the most important person at this moment in time, so making sure that the decisions that you make are for you and the right decisions for you. I mean, I know if you're in a marriage or something like that, it can be very, very difficult, but if you actually talk to your partner and see if this is the avenue that you're wanting to go down. I mean, obviously if you try to open your own business, it can be very stressful, it can be very, obviously it could just be stressful, basically, trying to open your own business and moving into that direction. But do the things that you feel are right for you, because this is obviously your journey, and that you need to be able to travel in the direction that the universe is wanting you to go down, basically. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you some words of wisdom cards and see what these have got to say for you today. So we've got breathe. So yeah, stop stressing, breathe. Take a breathe. Anxiety is a thing, people. Take a breath. Get some fresh air. Boundaries. So yeah, you need to make sure that your boundaries are clear and precise, especially for yourself, and boundaries for you as well. Your own boundaries, what you will put up with and what you won't put up with. Sometimes we forget our own boundaries. We're too busy about putting boundaries on other people. Nurture, which is obviously where the Queen of Cups comes into. So make sure that you're nurturing the people around you as well. Don't forget, because sometimes when we get so caught up in our head, we forget the people around us, and we forget that they may need us too. And strength, and know that you have the strength and the courage to be able to do the things that you need to do and move into the direction that you need to do. I'm definitely seeing movement. That's why I keep saying move in the direction, because I feel like I'm being pushed into a direction, and you might have been fighting that direction. So that's why I'm seeing movement, and that's why I'm seeing moving forward. So I'm sorry if I've said that a lot, but it's like the strongest message that I've got today is you have to be able to move into the right direction. The only way that you can do that is by doing the work and doing the things that you need to do, but also asking the advice of people as well. And I think that's it. But yeah, that's a wonderful reading, Taurus, and I'm really obviously looking forward to seeing where you go and what you do, and I really, really hope that it all works out for you, because it looks really positive as well, as long as, like I say, as long as you're moving in the right direction. But yes, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you do like the reading, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. I'd really appreciate it. Or you could even just leave me a comment, because I do like to read the comments from people. Obviously, if it resonated with you or whatever, it's really nice to know that obviously it helps somebody along the way, because that's obviously what I want to do. I want to help people. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.